Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Spartan Crew Gaming, and today we are talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's jump into it. So I got my hands on the beta for about a day, and then the beta kept crashing my computer, and yeah, so that was an issue. But nonetheless, I got to play a bunch of Galactic Assault. Sadly, I did not get to play the space mode or Takudana Strike because the game kept crashing. But I have heard those modes are amazing. So most of my opinions are just coming from Galactic Assault at the moment, so take that with a grain of salt if you will. But nonetheless, this is my opinion of Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, is this game better than the first? As I can say right now, I really don't know. I feel like it's just a little bit of everywhere, kind of like the last game. I think this game is going to be a nightmare for the devs to balance, and I think that is due to the star card system, the loot box system, and the weak gunplay. Guns in this game are not very strong. They're actually quite weak, and you're really just kind of waiting on your abilities. So as if you're a assault, you have the Vanguard ability, and you can pull out this awesome shotgun and just go on kill streaks, and it's really cool, and it's a lot of fun. It's like a one-shot kill weapon, but granted, that's an issue. It's a one-shot kill weapon. I think that they should be relying more on their main blasters, and these secondary abilities, maybe you get 2 shots off, and such. So they definitely need to balance, I think, the entire star cards and ability system, because this game is not Overwatch, and I feel like they give us almost Overwatch-like abilities, when this game is really meant to be closer to that of a Battlefield. I am happy to see that rolling forward, backwards, and frontwards is back, or at least you can roll forwards. Now, in the original Star Wars Battlefront, or not the original, but the 2015 Battlefront, you could only roll sideways. But what makes me sad about this is I was really excited to get in to the game, but it is a mosh pit of abilities and grenade spam, and it's kind of sad. I really wish that I would have liked the beta more than I did. Now granted, I was only exclusively playing Galactic Assault because I really wanted to get my hands on a hero, and when I did get my hands on a hero, sadly, well, I died really quick. Like, I was taken out like in a second, but that's probably due because I didn't know what I was doing, and a B2 battle droid took me down. But time to kill in this game is really long, especially for the special units. I was shooting a B2 battle droid as a clone trooper with a chain gun, mind you, and it was taking forever to take him down. It was kind of crazy. Also, the microtransaction system in this game, I think, is obviously going to hurt it horribly, because this game does not need it, and it's a very, whether they like to admit it or not, a pay-to-win system. If you are buying loot boxes, you're definitely going to get better star cards than other people more consistently because you are buying loot boxes, and you're just going to have more loot boxes than I will because I'm not going to spend any money on the game, which means other people will have advantages over other players, which is really, really sad because Star Wars does not need microtransactions in its game. Now, of course, I probably will still buy Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm a Star Wars junkie. I love Star Wars, and I do want to play the single-player campaign. But I hope the game can hold me beyond what it has now. Granted, this beta is much smaller compared to the entirety of the game. There's like 14 maps. There's so many more heroes and so many more things to do in the next game. But for the most part, I felt, I don't know, not really satisfied with this beta. I wasn't like, man, this really makes me want to buy the game. I actually kind of felt somewhat of the opposite. So yeah, what do they need to do to improve the game? I think guns need to be stronger and abilities need to be weaker by a ton. I think the guns really need to be a thing that is, I think, just upgraded, because what's happening here is people are going on ability kill streaks, and it's taking skill, once again, out of the game. And if they don't lower star card, power, give us a game mode or a server, or where we can make our own servers where it's just grenades and guns and less abilities, because I'm sorry, but this game has hero-like abilities like you would expect in Overwatch for regular players, and when everyone has those, it can get really, really hectic. And while it might be awesome for kill streaks and such, I don't think it's really that fun in gameplay, at least for me. I don't know, but I was dying a lot, but I don't feel like I get tilted. I just feel like the gameplay was not that great. I did have a good time playing as a Separatist this one round, and I was using the Vanguard ability, and it was a ton of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I was at the top of the leaderboards, and it was really, really cool. And it is fun, so I understand why they have the abilities there, but they really need to strengthen the guns, because abilities are way too overpowered. But I have a feeling they might not, because you get your abilities and star cards through loot boxes, and yeah, I just feel like that's really going to give some people advantages that they do not need. Hopefully they'll balance it out well, but it's kind of ridiculous that $60 games, because I'll be buying this standard edition. I'm not going to get any deluxe edition for this game. You know, I'm going to spend $60, and then they're asking me, much like a mobile game would, to spend even more money, which is what I find ridiculous. Why are, you know, games like this taking a mobile game, you know, standpoint? And it's kind of stupid. I really think that in a few years, what's going to happen is we are going to see a change in the game industry. People are going to get so tired of microtransactions that it's going to be a complete turnaround. But I think for probably the next 2 years, it might get worse on the microtransaction front, and then people are going to have enough of it, and games will just be boycotted and not bought. So I hope that's the case, because we need to get rid of microtransactions. Loot boxes do not need to be in any game unless they are cosmetic. I think Overwatch is the only game that has really implemented loot boxes in a right way, but I think other people said, okay, we'll do it like Overwatch, but then they made it pay to win. That's what Star Wars Battlefront did. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting free content, we're new heroes, new maps, and that's probably why I'm going to buy the game, because the fact that maybe I can play as Ahsoka Tano one day, or Cad Bane, is really exciting to me. But the game also has to be fun, so gunplay needs a ton of work before the game is released, and it only has a month, but the guns are way too weak, abilities are way too powerful, and I do not think it makes really for that fun of a game. Also, I had a really hard time liking the Naboo map. I feel like it's just way too big for the number of players that are on it. I think the fun kind of begins, but also kind of gets repetitive when you get inside the palace. Yeah, the Naboo map is just, you feel really spread out, and I don't feel like droids were spread out. I feel like in Star Wars, they were always marching in a line and having fun, so I feel like the map either could have been smaller, or they could just give us 64-player maps instead of 40 players. But nonetheless, those are basically all my gripes. I wish I had some more positive stuff for Star Wars Battlefront. I did enjoy the game somewhat, for sure, and there were some fun parts, and I have to say, some of those fun parts were due to the abilities that you get, but I wish they were not so reliant on the abilities. I wish I could have fun just using the guns. Also, I do enjoy the battle point system. It really does make you want to play really well, so you can get a hero. Granted, Rey felt really underpowered, and I died immediately, but that also is due to me probably not being good at Rey. So I didn't get too much time with the rest of the game, and I wish I would have. So remember, I just played Galactic Assault, and that's where I'm taking most of my opinions from. But as for the game, I probably will still buy it, because, again, I'm a Star Wars fan. I kind of have to. No, I don't have to, but I want to get the game. I want to play it for the channel. I want to do the single-player campaign, and I hope that the heroes are really great. I really love heroes. Heroes are probably one of my favorite parts of the Star Wars Battlefront games, and I'm really excited to see them go back down the old route. But, you know, part of me is like, you know what, I'm going to buy Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original, again, because its servers just went back up online on Steam. So when that game, it's like $10. I could buy it now. I might go back and buy that and start playing that again, because that game is a lot of fun. Granted, I really wanted this game to grab my attention, and I wanted to be like, wow, this is like the old Star Wars Battlefront, but I don't think it is. I think it has a lot of flaws that it needs to work on. I think they are doing a lot better than the last game, but I feel like guns are way too weak. And I'm probably sounding like a broken record now, because I mentioned the same points like 5,000 times. But nonetheless, guys, tell me what you think of the beta. Those are my opinions. I wish it was better, because I really, really love Star Wars. I'm really looking forward to the single-player campaign, though, in the full game. And I probably will get it, because why not? It's Star Wars. But really, if you are not sold on the game, and if you're worried about microtransactions and gunplay, and that really matters to you, and it does matter to me more, because I play a lot of Overwatch and PUBG now, where gunplay is really important and how skilled you are, this game does not require that much skill, and that's a little scary. I want a game that really can require more skill, and I feel like they really, it's not that you don't require skill, but you require to know how to use your abilities well, and I want to be able to use my gun well in the game, not my abilities. So that is my main gripe. I hope the game is great by release. I probably will still get it. Like I've said, I've hit the same points over and over again, but nonetheless, a little bit of a rant, because I was a little upset after playing it yesterday. I was like, oh, gosh, I really wanted this to grab me, and it really didn't. Nonetheless, guys, thank you for watching. Tell me your comments and your thoughts on the Star Wars Battlefront beta below. I hope you had a great day today, and that life is going amazing, because you're awesome, and you deserve it. Nonetheless, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.